Pathetic consumer courts. Please abolish them and spare consumers of the misery inflicted by them if they cannot do the job they were set up to do. Consumer courts, NCDRC, state commissions, and district forums were started in 1986 with the objective of protecting consumer interests, ensuring speedy redressal to consumers who are vulnerable to the often predatory and unscrupulous practices of powerful corporates, that is, manufacturers, builders, and service providers. However, gradually over the decades, incompetent and corrupt people, or those who are in retirement mode, have managed to become judicial officers in these courts, drawing fat salaries and governmental benefits without doing justice to their jobs. That is, providing justice to the consumers. Today, these consumer courts have become totally defunct and moribund and have in fact become instruments of insidious state-sponsored torture and massacre via neglect of the same consumers whose interests they were supposed to protect. They have totally lost their sanctity and purpose. By omission or commission, they help unscrupulous corporates to have their way against the valid interests of consumers. In a democratic setup, consumers expect justice and they are mentally programmed to hope for justice. This hope is like a never-ending mirage which constantly bleaches them white. Circumstantial evidence clearly suggests that there is a deep, unholy nexus between many of these judges and the corporates to the constant detriment of the consumers. Together, they are killing the golden goose, that is, the consumers who are the reason for their existence, while the central government merrily looks the other way. In fact, the government will do a great favor to the consumers and home buyers by admitting failure and by abolishing these courts totally, so that hope of justice dies and consumers and home buyers are spared the torture they are subjected to for years by inefficient, corrupt, and arrogant judges, judicial officers of these courts. No job is better than a bad job. On the other hand, if at all the government is really serious about dispensing justice and making these courts do what they were supposed to do, then it should totally revamp these courts by dismissing the present judicial sloths and appoint fresh, young, upright persons as judicial officers in their place. We urge the central government to wake up and do something about it either way. The mass butchering of consumers cannot go on and on. Thank you.